One love, Team Delta. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It's Wisdom Wednesdays. It says Wisdom Wednesdays. Welcome in. The flight is boarding. Y'all know always do it already. When the flight is boarding, make sure on your way in, you thumbs up the live. That's your ticket onto the flight right now. It's Wisdom Wednesdays. We got a jam pack presentation for you. Welcome in. Welcome in, Team Delta. Everybody that's in the live right now. Thanks for joining us. Wisdom Wednesdays. The flight boarding, buddy. We board in. Thanks for tuning in. What was it like for y'all today on your side of the world, your part of the globe? Sunny, busy summer day for me on this side. But I had to make sure that I do this Wisdom Wednesday presentation. There's too many things that I got to make sure that I put out. Too many things that I got to make sure that we stay updated with, you know what I mean? Things that got to be on the channel. So right here, you're about to be updated with all of the trending content. Everything that's trending right now in Guyana and the diaspora. Right here, we got some content coming in from Melly Mel. After that interview, yes, she did an interview. After the interview that leaked, that got the whole place shake up right now, yeah, we got that for this live right here, Wisdom Wednesdays. Make sure you thumbs up the live, buddy. Make sure you get your right seat and get ready, because in a couple of minutes, the flight is about to take off. In a couple of minutes, we're about to take off. Plus, Adriana and Nandlall had a bit of conversation about what went down with the leaked interview right here on Delta 9 Media. You're about to be updated with that too. In a couple of minutes, when the flight takes off, all of that content. We're about to get into that and more. Plus, you know it's Wisdom Wednesdays, so we're going to take the flight a bit higher altitude as we get more into the progression of the live. We're definitely going to have a bit of esoteric content for you. So, for those who are into a bit more of an elevated presentation, definitely make sure that you thumbs up the live. Definitely make sure that you stay tuned and get ready, because we are about to take off soon. Right now we boarding. So as you come in, everybody that's in the live right now dropping comments, make sure that you definitely thumbs up the live. Thumbs up the live. I see a number of persons in right now. Rude Renat. Sing. Welcome into the live. Thanks for being a part of the presentation. Andrew. Definitely. Simone, thanks for joining us. Big up yourself. Helen, thanks for being a part of the live. Deborah, thanks for being part of the live. Yvonne, thanks for being a part of the live. Everyone that's joining us live right now, I'm saying, look, Melly Mel dropped some bombshells in the last couple of days. Y'all stay updated with all of the stuff that's been, listen man, there's so much stuff coming out. So much stuff, I'm telling you, election times is definitely busy. But the focus as well, as we go into September 1st, is important. It's definitely important. But guess what? It's about that time, Team Delta. Everyone that's in the live right now, I hope you got your tickets. Your tickets, you know what's your ticket? Your thumbs up the live yet? If you haven't thumbs up the live yet, you're on display without no ticket, you know. So thumbs up the live, buddy, because guess what? We are about to take off right now. Everybody in the live, thanks for being a part of this presentation. Wisdom Wednesdays. Wisdom Wednesdays right here on Delta 9 Media. And just like that, the flight is about to take off. and we're about to go high altitude on this life. Get prepared, team, because listen, the information in this presentation right here, I tell you, some of it is so crazy, it's soaking in. You understand? I still trying to understand and bend my brain around some of the stuff I hear in that leak interview. You know, what y'all think about that leak interview? Jump into the comment section. The 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 um the hotline numbers right there too, buddy. Call in. Call in. Let's make sure everything is synced up. The phone is on. The phone is synced up. And definitely you could call in and let's have a conversation about everything that we're about to present right here for you on Wisdom Wednesdays. Right? We are about to take off right now and begin this presentation of Wisdom Wednesdays. We're going a bit late right now. It's a bit of a night flight, you know. So let me jump into the night flight zone because we're about to cruise. And this is one of the first pieces of content I wanted to make sure that I update you guys with. Yeah, see this yet? Look at this here, so. Big up yourself, Jeffrey. Welcome into the live. Welcome into the live.
You're calling out people based on the cash grant.
Yes.
You want to know if they will vote for you still.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's just say, all right, might be me. Let's just say somebody else you call who collect the cash grant and then agree to vote for y'all again. What would be the outcome of that?
Nothing. We just taking information, sir.
No, because it's kind of skeptical knowing that you're taking information based on your give cash grants. And what is the information you're taking?
Just you saying yes, that is all I gotta write on my sheet.
Well,
that's all I have to write on my sheet. Yes. German, say yes.
Okay. Well, don't put German say yes now because I still get a long time for this week.
Okay.
You really listening to them, man. People get your information from your collect cash grant. Hey, you collect the 100K, look out for the call. Are you gonna vote for us? Why not, Jermaine? I tell you, could you imagine getting that call? But to be honest with you, right? As long as you give out your information, then look, all bets are off. It's election time. They might want to know. They might want to remind you why you should support them. What y'all think about that team, Delta? If they're using your information for that, what else might they be using that information for? But let me listen to some more of this. Thanks for joining us live right here on Wisdom Wednesdays. Definitely make sure that you thumbs up the live on your way home. And if you're watching us in the future as well, same thing, buddy. Same thing.
No, I just explaining, just like you're explaining. I'm explaining to you too. German say yes. Samantha say yes. If I call Samantha or Samantha say no, she cannot disclose who she's voting for. Those are the things we are encouraged to write.
No, but all right. It's kind of funny knowing that you're calling people on these occasions based on election time, saying y'all want to know if they're voting for y'all or not. That's supposed to be somebody's personal information, like they on behalf. Y'all should know though. When election day come, then y'all should know about though. Or when election up, then y'all go know.
Okay.
You understand me? Because it's kind of looking real funny knowing y'all calling out people. to find out about cash grant and all of this. And to decide, let me just clear it up. The cash grant is what Guyanese people deserve. So I don't think putting that cash grant out to people would help PPP party in any way. Guyanese people is entitled to set to how much money they could get. So that cash grant act is not. I don't think that is possible. I don't think there is something nice in me ears neither.
Yes, sir.
So coming September 4th, I can't tell you if I go vote for PPP or not.
Who get a call yet, man? Anybody get a call yet? Who else get a call? Pick up yourself. Everybody that's in the live right now. What y'all think about who behaving right now? It's expected, because guess what? Persons were pointing it out. People were pointing it out. Remember, the honorable leader of the opposition was saying, listen, people going to be using information that you give them for other things come election time. And a lot of other persons too that is in the political arena was pointing out what's going on with this registering and re-registering. I remember that Honorable Miss Brooms, right? She was talking about it as well, right? A number of persons pointed it out, but guess what? We get to see it come to light right now. What a job to have, and what a situation to find yourself in. So when a person would give you a grant, right, from funds that already should be divvied out to you, but then you get in a call later on, and it's not even the right amount that you should be getting, to be honest with you, from the wealth that's coming into the country, and this is where you got to deal with. It's just crazy when you think about it. But the year we're going on, we could understand. And plus, you persons and also that definitely put on your information, look out, because they might be calling you. So when you see a strange number coming in, you don't know it might be one of these calls coming through.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time and do enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, you too.
But what I find particularly disturbing is the allegations made that seek to implicate the mother of His Excellency the President.
Pick up yourself, Courtney. Tell them you're voting for the LFS board up. Hey, here Courtney said when you get the call, you gotta tell them, hey, we voting for board up. That would technically mean that you're voting for Team Green, right? Technically, that's what that would mean, Courtney. Pick up yourself. Thanks for being a part of the life, bro. Stanley is saying, good night, Delta 9. Blessings to you and the viewers. Viewers and listeners. God bless. Big up yourself, Stanley. Thanks for being a part of the live. Everybody that's in the live right now, shouting out Simone, shouting out Mark, Rube Renat, everybody, Courtney, everybody that drop a live, KC, Helen, Jeffrey, God got MJ, Yvonne, Deborah, everybody that's in the live right now, seeing a lot of persons dropping comments in the live. Thanks for being a part of the live. Boxer, big up yourself, King. Thanks for being a part of the live. Vashti, thanks for being a part of the live. Right now, we are getting into a presentation from the Attorney General, right? We got a special conversation about that leaked interview. For those who didn't get a chance to see the leaked interview as yet, listen, it's up on the channel by itself. And then I think we might as well, I think we did a commentary on it as well. We did a live commentary on it as well. So it's up there as well by itself, and it's up there as a live as well. So you check it out. But this is what the Attorney General is conversating about. Plus, at the end, we have to say, I want you to listen carefully to what we say about this particular judgment that you just won. It's very crazy that would happen, but It's good for us to listen and understand what's going on in the country.
And then Melissa Atwell posting the president's mother's photograph on her Facebook platform, publishing denigrating and very disrespectful comments of and concerning the president's mother, thereby encouraging those who engage on her platform to make similarly disparaging comments about the president's mother. I want to condemn that type of behavior in the strongest possible terms. The president's mother is in her 70s, as far as I know, a highly religious person. And I know for a fact she dedicated almost her entire life to teaching. She's an educationer, or an educator rather. Dedicated her entire life to the teaching profession. Would have thought thousands of guidees across this country. Is now in retirement. To drag this elderly citizen's name and image across the social media and attempting to disgrace, denigrate, and disparage her character in that manner is nothing short of low, nasty, and degenerate conduct that must be condemned in the strongest possible manner. And I do so, and I hope that firm and appropriate actions will be taken against the publisher of those images and those disparaging and humiliating remarks, as well as Meta Facebook, because we have to have standards, and there is a limit beyond which none of us should travel.
Yeah, Larry, now they get a limit beyond which people should travel. Beyond which persons should never travel. Now they got a particular way, a mannerism that is expected of us, right? But back just a couple of days ago, when Jennifer Ali was doing the worst and the most, she come out with a 24-second apology, and that is supposed to suffice, right? But you see how now when certain things are being exposed, which if are true, can't even compare to what Jennifer Ali was doing, because if these things are founded, then, it's crazy enough to where the statement wouldn't be nothing at all. But when Jennifer Ali was doing the most, ERC didn't even do nothing about it. You see how this thing is going, Guyana? And it's good for us to hear how persons sentiment when certain things happen with them. Because when certain things happen with you, or when certain things happen with a particular demographic, we as well have to understand how we got to approach this thing in a serious manner. Can't play around. Cannot play around. You see? What Vashti is pointing out, what about all the other mothers? What makes his mother better? Great point. A great point. What happened with all the other mothers? But the thing is this, what about the situation that's being presented? What about the situation with the amount of money and all the stuff that's going on in the country? What about that? That's what we really want to watch at. We want, by right, if you think about it, Any person is going to feel some type of way if their parent is in a particular manner implicated in certain situation, right? But ultimately, if we are supposed to analyze it in a real way, what about all of the stuff, the other stuff that was exposed in this leaked interview? And let's not forget that allegedly, the interview was done and was supposed to be released if the person had some type of weird or untimely demise. Isn't that crazy? But let me hear some more. Better thing, it's not Melissa that made the allegation. It's your people. Junior Bash, Melissa just repeating it. Right? You see, this is why I does enjoy doing these presentations, because you just come across some insightful people. People who got this on, got a head on. Right? So when he coming out for give you a gaslight, but oh, Melissa, Melly Mel this, Melly Mel that. You see what Beth is saying? It's not Melissa made the allegations. It's not Melissa on the video with Travis doing the interview. It's not AI. Melissa didn't create it on a computer or nothing like that, right? Insightful. Big up yourself. Beth, and thanks for being a part of the live. Wenda, Texas supported. Good afternoon. You see, you still got the sunlight over there in the large state of Texas. Big up yourself. And thanks for being a part of the presentation. Right? Thanks for being a part of the live. Right now it's nighttime in PA right now. Nighttime over here.
Irrespective of how, which side of the political or whatever divide we are situated, there must be sacred grounds that we should not travel. And people's families, including their parents, especially if they are elderly people who are not part of public life. And
we hearing the right thing here. He's serious. There's sacred grounds you don't cross people's family. So nothing is sacred about we then, right? We don't know about nothing sacred. You could do whatever you want to, it seems, right? That's why kind of hearing right there, you know? Because we hearing no conversation about sacred ground with all that's going on in the country right now when it comes down to the blood that's being shed with our brothers and sisters. Look, so many just in this year alone. Where's the sacred ground in that? You mean the life of a person is less sacred than an allegation that is yet to be proven unfounded? Because nobody is addressing the fact of what is being alleged, you know. Nobody in addressing what's being alleged. People just addressing the fact that who is involved and how dare you speak about this person. Last I checked, this is crazy. Let's go forward.
Are not part of politics should be protected and insulated from the nastiness that we want to engage in. The president will defend himself. I have no problem. The president will do what he got to do about this issue in relation to himself. And I'm not.
You see how people one-sided? You see how people could be one-sided? But it's good to understand. It's good to understand who you're dealing with. Pick up yourself, the Bora, Delta. He must remember that he would have crossed several secret grounds Justice for Adriana Young. Justice for Adriana Young. And the thing is this, right? I want you to hear how much emphasis is being placed on just speaking on a person. But when persons go out and protest the life of a younger person, a person who has even yet had the opportunity to experience a completeness in life, like he was describing that the honorable president's mother would have experienced, right? I just showing you from their own mouth. Plus, you see all of this back and forth we're going on. I'm gonna let the Honorable Attorney General tell you his views about how the persons in the electorate should be treating idle politicians, should be treating idle politics right now in Guyana. You're going to hear that directly from the Honorable Attorney General in a couple of seconds, right here on this live. Or we might leave it for a bit late in the live. Depends. Let me read some comments right now. Stanley is saying, Delta 9 Media, that interview bite them to the core, right? He said the interview bite them to the core, right? All of them had respect and regards for Melly Mel, mother and grandmother. AG, think what you're saying, right? You see? And, right? Did we hear the AG or anybody come out and kind of ridicule that person that was giving those threats? Because there's a person sending threats, you know. There's a person sending threats. And the thing is this. We got to understand, you know, just how persons is looking out for them and theirs is the same way we have to look out for one another. We got to look out for one another. If we don't look out for one another, then we can clearly see what the situation is right here. You could clearly see what the situation is.
Speaking about the president here at home, I am speaking as a Guyanese younger person in defense of a nasty, reprehensible, and disgraceful attack on an elderly citizen who has served this country with distinction and has educated tens of thousands of Guyanese. She does not deserve this type of damage to her character at this stage of her life. And every Guyanese should join me in condemning this Melissa Atwell person for what she has done and what she continues to do. Using her platform as a weapon to attack people all day. You know that I have been a victim of her attacks. And with all the revelations that she's revealing and all the tape conversations that she's revealing, you will note that despite she alleges that I fed her volumes and volumes of information about cabinet and about my colleague ministers, she has been unable to produce a scintilla.
Hey, you know, in full Delta 9 Media style, almost 600 people in the live. Yeah, get a ticket. You know, you get a ticket for this flight. All you got to do is hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you thumbs up the live. Persons watching us live and those who are going to watch us in the future. Guess what? You hear you talking about Melly Mel. You hear people that said don't call the name because the person might appear. Guess what? Right here on this live in a couple of minutes, you can hear from Melly Mel after the whole Canada interview. She had an interview with Mr. Burke. Right? Another person that always got a big back and forth going on with the persons in power. And that snippet from that interview is coming up shortly.
Not a scintilla of evidence implicating me or how I was able to give her all this information that she claimed she received from me. Anyhow, I am all
seeing a lot of persons in the live. Let me shout out some person that's joining us live right now. Let me shout out some of the persons joining us live right now. Katina Ryan is saying, nonsense, that's people personal business. Kati, was our personal business? I'm trying to understand. Drop another comment so we could understand directly where the point that you're presenting. Was people's personal business. What Melly Mel was exposing with the leak interview, because don't forget that it was not Melly Mel on the tape originally doing that interview. So the person that was putting it out to kind of protect them from whatever was coming their way for that 400 and something million, allegedly, right? You see what Simone is saying, Nandlall, stop clowning around, buddy. Stop clowning around yourself. We could see you. We understand what's going on right now, and persons see clearly what's going on, right? And so it is all the mothers and family at Mocha and mothers who lost their sons. You see what Vashti is saying right there, and so is all the mothers and family at Mocha and the mothers who lost their sons. But this thing that we got to analyze, right? This thing should be a tit for tat, like, oh, this mother, that mother, and that type of thing, because at any time, if we should really analyze this situation, right? Nobody don't want to see these type of thing going on in our midst, in our country, right in front of our face. So a little bit, I want to say what the Attorney General is saying, right? A little bit of it we could take away. Because by right, we should got a particular way in which we approach dealing with certain things, meaning the level of corruption that's going on, that is being alleged in that interview there, should never be a part of we society. Never be a part of we society, because there's no flourishing with that. There's flourishing for some, but then there's a lot of corruption, and there's going to be a whole lot of underhanded things, a whole lot of underworld behavior coming from them type of thing. So a little bit of we saying, yeah, we should have a particular mannerism. We should be moving with a certain type of protocol as well in the way that we run in the country. Plus, if those in place, then certain other things gonna fall in place. I know if y'all think what I'm saying right there make a little bit of sense, but if they put certain types of approach to the way that they are dealing with things, the way you gotta hear about this level of corruption, because there's what we want to address, you know. If we address that, and then we find that everything that's being presented or nothing that's being presented in that interview got no type of truth, then by right, what was said got something to do with trying to tear down or bring down. But if what the person is presenting has a foundation in the truth, what are we really arguing about, buddy? What are we arguing about?
already obtained a default judgment against her, and I am awaiting from a date. I am awaiting a date.
Y'all hear that? Man say he don't get a default judgment against Melly Mel. I'm pulling it back so y'all could hear. I don't understand how that could be possible, but I guess all things are when you got these type of connections seemingly. But let's hear again. I want y'all understand what's going on in the country a little bit. I want y'all understand what's going on in the country. Simone, Joy, Vashti, everybody that's in the live right now. Carlisle, thanks for being a part of the live. Right now, we're hearing from the Honorable Attorney General, dropping some bombshell news for we. And I updating y'all right here on Wisdom Wednesdays. You hear what the Attorney General is saying? Master, I done got a default judgment. I want y'all listen to the tone and what the face and the mannerism. Rihanna, thanks for being a part of the live. Bora, watch his face and the mannerism when he talking about to get default judgment. I want everybody to see, understand that these are the persons that are elected to be in power, and come September 1st is the opportunity to put the right persons in power. So these kind of things can go on and move. Mark, pick up yourself. Thanks for being a part of the live. Kati, thanks for being a part of the live. Kelvin, big up yourself, King. Thanks for being a part of the live.
Waiting from a date. I am awaiting a date from the court for the assessment of damages hearing to take place. So I don't want people to think that I've dropped the case. I am very much prosecuting this case to the end and will enforce the judgment that I will eventually obtain. So I just want to put that on the public record.
100% well-crafted CMOS. Only the best, because you deserve nothing less. 8 Butterfly.
So we started with small amounts meaning 40, 50 million.
Default judgment, buddy. Default judgment. Right? So the me now, what's the next steps after that? Yeah, here for yourself. The man say just waiting. Don't get default judgment. I'm telling you, default judgment, boy. The AG needs to do his job. Better saying, the AG needs to do. Hold on. I want y'all identify this person for me. Somebody was saying justice for Double D. Somebody drop a comment like the in the comment section. Please point them out, Team Delta. Please, thanks. So I could send them a party to invite them to On the Block. There's a black party I got to invite that person to, buddy. Somebody please identify that person for me so that I could give them this special invitation to this black party, because we don't need them type of people over here trying to distract what's going on Wisdom Wednesday. They don't want to be a part of the presentation, man. We got to keep them off the flight in the air. So please, let me locate it. Is that right? I saw it just now, but then as I was in what I was doing, I said, let me not let it distract me from what I'm doing. But it's there. So whoever points it out to me, point it out for me. You see what I'm talking about? Watch. Y'all see, right? Y'all see for yourself. Purple Army in the comment section. Please. Right now, we are 38 minutes into Wisdom Wednesdays. I'm going to ask everybody, right? Because this is not a joke thing, you know. This is like a game thing, and this is not no gimmicks and no play thing, you know. You're talking about the life of a person, right? So when you're going to come with your mockery and your thing and you feel that that's something that is going to somehow be appreciated or even tolerated, it won't. And we only allowing you to stay here so that you can see the purple wave go up and you could understand that you are among persons who don't think like you. You are amongst persons who want to see justice for Adriana Young, who wants to see justice for a young life that was snuffed out, right? And every person that can hear me now, please take a couple of seconds. You can see that the trolls are around. You can see that those that are cold-blooded are around. You can see that those that will try to protect, right? People who don't even care enough to let a family go in and look for the child if they hear that they lost inside of the building. Those where you gonna come and say the investigation is finished before you come in and call for these type of things? Do you even know the implications of the persons that you're asking justice for? Are you paying attention to the details of the case? Please, Purple Army, take a couple of seconds. Drop justice for Adriana into the comment section. Drop your purple hearts into the comment section. And if you're coming in the future, do the same thing as well when you're watching the video. Let them see and understand that even months and months after, persons are still here, determined. Persons are still here. Persons are still here beyond their gaslighting. and making sure that they stand firm upon the movement for justice for Adriana. Look, when he's saying these type of things, right? When he's jumping out and saying these kind of things, right? Look on the screen. There's the level of corruption we're going on in the country right now that people exposing, right? But let's not forget, since he want to talk about or whoever this person want to talk about what they want to talk about, right? We can switch it up and we can show them that we over here at Delta 9 Media is standing in solidarity with the family and highlighting and exposing people like them and their intentions. Because if you give people like them a chance, they would sweep everything under the rug that got to do with justice for this innocent child. So when he's running out and talking, but or she or whoever it is behind that fake name, right, running out and talking about justice for W, they're forgetting about this precious soul.
My madam watching here and go do everything else. This is a 20 to 30 foot. This will be so I got things back and make explain like this one. I'm gonna just type in here like this and put it back because me enough like take and put in a bun and it think I'm not good. And try to put in a bun coming out like this. I started with it, plate it up and put it just like this and take it home and then I gotta like plot it plug in a picture or something. Or this stuff is just a minute. My madam watching here
Right?
and do everything else. This is a
Couple days ago,
20 to 30 foot. This will be so I got things back and make explain like this. I'm gonna just
couple days ago, when we were listening to the leaked recording, right, with Amir Ahmad, he said, "Boy, if there was my daughter, boy, I'd burn down the whole place." The thing what I'm realizing is that because of how they would have stymied progress in our communities and held our progress back for so many opportunities, so many years, so many generations, that the thing has come to a whole disrespecting now, you know. I seen it coming to a whole disrespecting. Them man got no respect for a certain demographic of people. That's what it seemed like to me. That is what it seems like to me. But let me hear what's going on right here because we heard from the Attorney General, right? Hold on, I gotta refresh quick.
Small amounts.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it grew. Just like his construction company grew,
Right.
from getting small contracts from millions to hundreds of millions, and now he's getting contracts for billions of Guyana dollar. He would know of these contracts before it's published, before he would know upfront, long before anybody else would know about it, because it's being promised to him.
Okay.
So he would come to me with that information and make proposals to me and tell me you need money because you gotta give a drawback.
This drawback I'm interested in.
Yeah.
How?
Drawback to people that are giving him these contracts.
Okay. These are people that attend the board?
No.
Where?
These are political people. For example, I would say, "By you they're good with these people, man." Say, "Yeah, he and the president are partners now."
Partners in business.
Partners in business.
And this is Val's construction.
Val's construction.
Right.
Yes. That he would have to give the president 5% of whatever contract he gets. And the president's mother would be the one collecting this money. She is responsible for collecting the 5% from him. At one time, he ran into my office and he said that you got to get $35 million urgent. I said, by me at $35 million now, you don't got so much money. For me already. He said, "Oh yes, man, that the money run up with the president's mother, $35 million, and she definitely back, and she got to get this money now." I said, "But you me ain't got it, me no wing, I can't access this $35 million now." He said, "Alright, I'm gonna go and talk to Prezi and ask if you talk to your mother, and let she give you a little more time." I know he would give drawback to Minister Vikram Bharat.
Right.
Because Vikram Bharat would facilitate contracts for him in the interior locations. Whatever.
Why isn't the opposition running with this story? They should have been in their numbers protesting Vikram Bharat, Ali, Sonia, Bash, all of them today. You see, somehow they might be saying to themselves, listen, it's campaign time, and it might be a situation where persons might be trying to divert their attention from something else that might be brewing. Who knows why they're not protesting about this right now, but I know for a certainty paying attention to this particular detail going on right here, because these things right here got far-reaching implications, Team Delta. Y'all didn't understand the things that's being alleged right here in this interview put Guyana in a place that we would not want to be. And that's why the persons that are being alleged to be a part of this need not be in those positions of power. Because if they continue to be in these positions of power, then how can we assure ourselves that things like this is not going to continue to happen? Stanley is saying Delta 9 Media, call a spade a spade. They don't have regards for black people. I am an Indo and Afro I am of Indo and Afro parentage. I can't be a racist, but the reality, blacks in this country will suffer if we don't get a change. Pick up yourself, Stanley. Thanks for being a part of the live, and thanks for bringing forward that insightful and very informative commentary. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I like Team Delta. I always got the insights. And man saying, listen, you can't be racist, buddy. And if black people don't do something right now and ensure come September 4th that we vote for a change, then can't eat the dinner. Pick up yourself, Roderick. Vashti saying, God is in the midst confusing them left and right and center. Rusty said he was God fed up with them. But the thing, to tell you the truth, when you think about it, it's a sad situation to see the level of greed that persons really got, because the level of poverty that's going on in the country right now, when you hear 50 million is a little small change, small deal, right? But people calling you on the phone to make sure that you can do what they want you to do, or you can persuade it to vote for them for 100,000. But 50 million is a small deal, right? You see the disparity, you see the divide, see how the opportunities somehow don't get to certain people because of what we're hearing in this interview right here. More reason for persons to realize what's going on. We've seen it right in we face so that we could be fresh about what's the real reason when you're going into that voting booth to understand. Listen, nah, bye. We can't put these people back in these positions. Listen what's going on. Listen to what's going on.
Whatever road work or so that minister is responsible for would go to Sona
Right.
at an arrangement at a drawback. At an arrangement at a drawback. Yeah, things like that.
That's about it. Have you ever heard the terms number one and number two?
Number one and number two. You see what Trey is saying? There are no black Guyanese billionaires. They are all Indian. Remember what the vice president said. The blacker the voice, the lower you are in the index. Corruption is in the highest. The highest level of corruption we getting a chance for witness. I tell you. But it's good for us to know what's going on. There's no secret what God can do. What they done to others, He'll do to them. I'm telling you, I like the remix. Hey, who's the same man? Raquel, gentle. There is no secret what God can do. What they do to others, He'll do it to them. Heavenly Father, please continue to expose them. I'm telling you, there's a serious remix, and there's a remix coming with some real power, word, song, and power. I'm telling you, people are putting it in all form. People had enough. Enough is enough. Could you believe the type of stuff? This thing take a couple of days to really sink in what we hearing, you know. It really take a couple of days to sink in. I know you got a little working on it, little business, you come think. Then you really say, wait, is this really what I was here? Listen, no, I got here, this more, this and see. It was really and truly what hearing going on for real. Somebody said, Rubenat is saying, somebody said, the camels working in the hotel with Adriana get. Probably need to put some more for me to understand what's being said. I guess that was a mistype. Put back that message, Rubenat. Let me figure out what he was trying to say. Trey Morris. I'm telling you. Stanley saying the man is not making up nothing. he may be hiding a few things. You can see. The man freaking feel life, Stanley. The man make this interview and say, listen, buddy, if anything is to happen to me, please expose this. We're going on with this 5% and this 5 million people harassing me, running me down for. They owe me 400 and something. Michael, they want to pay me 400 and something million US. There's at least, you're going to more than 500,000, 400 and something million GT. You're going to like 500,000 or more US, right? So it's crazy when you think about what's going on the ground right now. This is it. This is it. People said I had enough. People said I heard enough, that had enough. They need to see nothing more. They don't need to see nothing more after
Correct.
this.
Number one being the president, number two being vice president.
Right. Has anybody ever
I feel the number switch wrong. I feel the number switch wrong. And plus, Mr. Slow was saying, well, I'm gonna get a snippet and we're gonna bring it in a video instead. I'm not gonna put out now. But I feel the number switch wrong. I feel number 2 might be for the president and number 1 might be for the vice president, allegedly. That's what I feel. Because I don't think he's gonna put out everything exactly in the way. And I can't really see it's not in the public view or it's not in the act of him being the president and that type of thing. So it's an underhanded kind of thing. So I think Jack Dio would want to flex his power at that time and say, why you're doing this so long before you are coming and take number 2. And I was president before. Yeah, I was president before you land and everything. Yeah, that's why I think so. That's why I think. I know what I think. We talk about it in the comment section.
approached you on behalf of number 1 or number 2? Whether it's to sell them gold, give them money, anything for number 1 or number 2.
Not to sell them gold. I don't think that this individual was being sent by them to me, but there's a guy by the name of Lennox Kush who is like the president brother. Very connected, very close, right up there alongside the president. So from time to time, he would ask me to sell him small amounts of gold, like 7-8 ounces of gold. And he would mention that this is for number 1. So give you a good price. So I know that he's a representative, just like Sana. He's an agent of the government. And that he's taking, that he's purchasing from me is not to resell to number 1. It's to give to number 1 for whatever transactions or so that he would have done and gained from. That would be his part of drawback that he's giving to them.
Interesting. Is that as much as your relationship goes with Kush?
No. After some time, Sana stopped paying me. He stopped giving me returns on my money, and he stopped paying me the capital. So before the Mohammeds was sanctioned, I used to ask Arjani father, Mr. Nazar Mohammed, to arrange a meeting with myself and the president. So
y'all learn for yourself. I tell y'all, we need more time to analyze what's going on in the blue. I tell y'all, the blue got a good force in the street. They're connecting with the youth. They're doing a lot of great charity work and stuff like that, but we need to analyze some more what's going on with the blue. Just to be safe, but it'll take a little time and simmer so we could understand what's going on with blue. This is what I believe. I don't know what y'all think, but y'all hear what the man saying right there.
that he can hear my side of the story, because I know Son is so close to him. Son goes to him and seek advice from him.
He go and he asks the older Muhammad to connect he with high-ranking people allegedly, so that he could get a conversation about what's going on right there. before sanctions. Right? Before the sanctions. Before sanctions, everybody making money, everybody doing the thing. What's going on with we though? Crumbs. People call you up on the phone. For all who hear it yet, when you get a chance, if you don't hear it yet, must pull back to the beginning of the life. You hear what people got go through for 100,000. People calling you up on the phone months all after. You probably didn't even remember how you spend the 100,000. Still ask you, hey, remember the 100,000? You gotta vote for we, you know. I telling you, boy. But here we're going on right here.
And Sonna told me that the president advised him to stop paying me, that he has paid me enough and stop paying me. When Sonna told me that, I said, Sonna, you know that all this money is not my money, and everybody looking for their returns on their money.
Right.
And I can't, Sonna even tell me, you just stop paying them. I said, Sonna, I don't do business like that. I can't bully the people. I can't just tell them that Sonna is not paying anymore. First thing the people would tell me is that they did not lend Sonna their money.
Right.
They lend me their money at an arrangement.
Correct.
So they don't care. They don't want to hear what Sonna got to say. Everything is on me. So I told him that can't happen. We can't just forget about the money or stop.
Raquel is saying you can see it in his face that he's afraid. I telling you, people got living in. And the thing is this, right? When everything was going sweet, you wasn't hearing nothing about this. There wasn't no interview. There wasn't no back and forth. There wasn't no ins and out and this one exposing that one. Everybody was piling up the money. 50 million in nothing before we draw down. $500,000 US, you owe me money, hey. Roll up, give me, make sure me old lady get a tour to 5. You know what I'm saying? All kind of thing going on. I telling you.
Paying the people.
Yes,
Right.
Stop paying the people, yeah. He told me to stop paying the people, and Prezi said that whoever don't cooperate with him, he is going to find a way through GRA to get back all those money. Meaning that we would lose much more than what we're going after him for.
So I'm getting the indication that Sonna is still indebted to you.
Yes,
By how much?
460 million Guyana dollar. He gave me predated check to cover that, and the checks bounced at the bank.
Which bank?
Republic Bank.
Republic Bank.
Uh-huh.
And have you taken legal action in this regard?
Yes.
Mhm.
Our first court date was the 19th gone, and we went there, and his lawyer said they weren't prepared. They asked us some more time, and the matter is called back for the 22nd of next month.
Are you prepared to let the judge know just what you told me about him having to pay the president's mother?
Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Line.
Delta family, good night, my boy. What's up, man?
What's good?
Bro, you tell me analyze, bro.
I telling you.
You see how the poor have to stay poor and the rich have to be rich all the time, bro.
I telling you.
All these billions of dollars, bro, and you can't even make $1,000 when the day come, bro. And here billions of dollars is just picking up, man.
Yeah, you know, the man said 50 million is a little small thing with a start off. The man said to start off with 50, Michael.
And look now, Suku is after the small fishes, but they're not going after the big fishes there, eh?
Yeah.
Because they're well protected by president, vice president, and everyone, eh?
Mm-hmm.
See what's going on, though? That's what's going on. You see, up to now, they may make a statement to say whether this is true, lie, or it's dream, because everybody has biting, bro.
But you want to tell you something? They're trying their best, right, to try to put most of the emphasis on Melly Mel. Melly Mel said this, Melly Mel said that, but they ain't talking about the actual thing like you're saying for real, bro. They got to address the meat of the matter.
Now,
the meat of the matter is the corruption.
They looking, bro, at the messenger. And then reading the message and understanding the message. They looking at the messenger, bro. But they're looking at the person who provides this message to the hey, FBI have to come down. FBI have to touch down, bro. No joke. This election can't go like this, bro. Still going on, everybody getting a payback. Everybody is well protected under this government. A man to slip up, they know he's getting a backbite. But bro, the FBI are going to clean this shit up.
I tell you, it's a must. Thanks for calling in, Carly. See your people pointing out that somebody from the international law enforcement got to step in what's going on with this, because if persons from the international places where we could understand real justice to come from, then what we gonna really do with this, buddy? Notice we near not more about the Brutus situation, you know. Remember, you got to add the Brutus situation on top of this, you know.
244.
Hey, 206 to something. Hey, 26 to something. 240. 26 to something. Right? Right, team. That is not 206 to something charges, Brutus. I think it's 26 to something if I'm mistaken, man. Drop it in the comment section. I know persons in here updated the information and know what's going on. I believe it's 26 or something, but it's hard to keep count. It's hard to keep count when a person gets 200 and something. Here I tell you, and then all of this was going on. We didn't even hear but some of this, along with what was going on with Brutus. So if you got 206 or something charges, meaning other people implicated in that, plus you got this going on and all of these people were implicated in this. There's a full high-level corruption going on in Guyana, the worst level that I've ever seen. I've never seen nothing so yet. This is unbelievable in certain parts, I tell you. It's crazy.
The president.
Yes, I need my money, and whatever I have, whatever evidence I have to give, I will give.
Okay. So yeah.
Yo, Salman sticking to the gun. He said, yo, I need my money right now, if possible, later in parts, but I need my money.
I want to know if he retracted his statement because the fact that that was funded.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it.
Ask you just now, what's your relationship with Kush?
Good. So, Kush, I would go to, just like how I asked Arsene father, to arrange a meeting with myself and the president so that he can hear my side of the story with Sana. I asked Kush to arrange the same meeting for me also. He said he did mention it to the president, but never get the feedback. I know Kush would get licensed firearms for people.
This is before sanctions. Before sanctions.
Any issue you got that you need help with, as long as you're a supporter of the PPP, you can go to Kush and he will try his best to fix the problem.
I have a lot of things that I would be talking about.
Well, we're about to hear. special shout out to our tree, jumping and supporting the life. Definitely repeat support of the live presentations over here at Delta 9. We appreciate you all and thank you for your support. We appreciate it and thank you for that gesture. We're going to be directed with Mr. Muhammad. Let us play out so many people, right? Let me know that just a couple of hours after we would hear that lead interview right there. Let me listen to this. I see that there makes sense to what being said here and we connect with what person was just revealing in the interview.
As time goes on, there is this Guyanese businessman who has been buying gold from Venezuelan men dressed in military uniform, 99.9% gold. Export it, return the money to a city bank, billions of US dollars within a 4-year span. Almost put the country financial system into crisis. And nothing has been done about that. I want to ask the public, and I will be speaking a lot on that issue, and I want to ask the public to be vigilant because too many things start happening. I don't rule out the possibility of an assassination attempt to my son because strange occurrences started to happen. I want to thank you very much for listening to me. Almighty God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Parsing off all of these prime goal concessions as closed concessions, and then you have to pay for them to give you a letter, and then he apparently
don't even continue. What you just mentioned there is just is not even quarter of what Vikram Bharat is involved in, right? Vikram Bharat is very much involved in smuggling Guyana gold to Venezuela and to Brazil. Vikram Bharat has the biggest mining operation happening in Marudi.
You see what Father is saying? Nothing is new under the sun.
That operation, that mining operation that's going on in Marudi, Vikram Bharat, Jack Foster from GGMC, Jimmy Reese is a crew of them from GGMC. Right? I tell you, these people are billionaires, Rickford. And in leading up to the elections, I'm going to be dropping like little mini documentaries highlighting how these ministers are stealing. I'm going to do a special one on GGMC. I have something coming out about GGMC as it relates to GGMC manager, his brother-in-law, who is the permanent secretary for Ministry of Health, his brother who's the permanent secretary Ministry of Health, and a cousin of theirs who they would have put companies in her name. And now they are fighting, right? They were, well, I got it from a source. They were forging her signature, signing check because they wanted to kick her out of the company. So remember, and this is what they do. They put their family to front these companies for them and they make billions of dollars. So now that everybody fall out, she went to the station, they locked her for some $7 million fraud. I have a copy of the report and all that. So listen, Rickford Barrack, stay tuned. In days to come, I'm going to be revealing some things that I'm going to be connecting the links as to how they have been enriching themselves, them family and friends. So Guyanese get to decide if they want to put these people back in power.
Definitely. Concept of course. The opportunity is in that people to make sure that these situations that we have to get
It's crazy. And it's crazy. They're always infighting with each other. Someone's trying to take more money from each other. That's when everything is exposing. When they're gonna wake up?
The things that being exposed is up to you now. The decision is in the hands of the people. They will play the game and likely people who involved
In high corruption.
And like I said, Rick,
go ahead. Go ahead, Melly. I think she's frozen. Melly, I think Vikram Barra just cut off your internet. Unprecedented corruption. Professor Clive Thomas did a study of the previous PPP administration under Barra Jack Bill. And he was the head of the asset recovery division of the last.
Exactly.
This piece is nothing but chance. And I don't care this thing will move because basically we're doing this all the people will vote for this thing of my leadership and tell them serious.
19 more days until September 1st.
19 is counting down. Less than 3 weeks away. Less than 3.
APNU administration. And he discovered that during the PPP government, the last PPP government that ended in 2015, the ministers of the government stole over $5 billion from the people of Guyana. That's why they established the Asset Recovery Unit under David Granger, assisted by the British government. We didn't have oil then. We didn't even have oil then. Could you imagine what is happening now? Could you imagine what is happening now? Now, after this interview aired, Junior Bash, who Travis Chase interviewed, issued a real jokey apology. Let me see if I can.
So they're not hearing the caller.
Why you see that PPP, that police, and then them black man. Me and all black man of all of them more than this. For go do what? Damage themselves for just one couple dollar. Yes, PPP out. Me stop for PPP. So get something else. But the wrong thing what them have to do is too wicked. You think Bharat is one of the wickedest man you get. Me know America and the ambassador now see for Senale who fast sanction Bharat. And a whole set of them Susan Radley and Vikram Bharat. Vikram Bharat are one of the biggest people. That's why in fact Bharat wants he to be the next president. That's the biggest thief. And in finally they if you media in history, you might surprise. 50 something years maybe. In finally, Mumana may marry the Bharat in a prima unity. Unity in a prima. When we do it, we have to run from policemen die, put nobody. For trees, we got to get away from police. For trees, we live all parts of that. When we get out, we got to get away from people. We got to put me out. Maybe all over help us still to put. Just get away from the trees. One man named Gina Rahaman. A man we get charged in 1973. 1973, check the people, we make a lap of them. Beat. Randy Charlie saying all of them need everybody.
Went through the ropes with them.
We got to fire with people. They're so wicked. Meanwhile, wickedness. But Bharat for more wicked. Why he do consistency going government? President. What Bharat do? What Bharat does nothing more than damage. They got to let black Donald Trump. All of them go get locked up. All. And they want to sanction Bharat. Look, my face, I can even sanction Bharat with she won't have me. Sanction Bharat before sanction Bharat. And Nandlall, all of them get big house now, you know. Before then I go in government, 4 5 years ago, then I get house, then get 1 bedroom, and they must sleep, then kids are sleep from. Now they get $1 million each. Here, Mustafa, most of our agriculture in an and look how they get them. Then get them man this of all of them. They slave you call them. All of them. Horma Florina. Horma Labor Minister. Horma here Florina.
Florida.
You name which one of the minister, cooling minister, they put attack against Dean and attack against it. All of them black minister in them. Because they are out slave. They might use them.
I telling you.
And listen, all of them cooling minister, at least only the house slave now get nothing. Only them now get nothing. You see, the prime minister, he on touch. The home affairs minister, garbage.
So you're saying Dr. Hines had a point?
The health minister, you know health minister, they should carry them and to go steal animals. They're fucking people and shoot the language for them. Okay, I'm going to start again for your program. Let me know about report. You got to start you. Me, I want to report when I tell you guys somebody.
Yeah, man. Make up yourself.
And let's start. Let's start
the thing.
All that told me what.
Yeah, man.
Thanks to free letter from me. Say, what we fucking hear about it. And if PPP come out from government, me live in Canada. Me from Rocket Park. Get me out to it.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Alright, big up yourself, man.
Which was better? That's it, like. Okay, buddy.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man. So thanks for calling. I tell you, people calling in all the way from Canada, the exposure going on. Y'all hear the details right on. Cause say you riding with them for a while, but you can't do it no more. Too much corruption. Welcome back to the live.
Yeah, man, concept within hearing clearly where the stage room because the audience was not clear, bro.
That's why I was asking.
The last 1 minute or so, then you understand understand what the brother was saying, bro. The
Oh.
next quarter, the man conversation, man.
He can call back. He can call back, and we can get it. You see, I was trying to see if Parsons was hearing it clearer when I'd moved the microphone. You
No, it
understand?
was nothing.
All right. But we here.
Yeah, here now. But you see, when the brother gets answered, Mohammed, when the father come and speak clear, now here with this back thing.
Hold on. Let me make sure that they're hearing you clearly now on this call. Everybody in the live, if you could just drop a 9 in the comment section, if you could hear the caller clearly. If you could hear the caller clearly, drop a 9 in the comment section for me. Just so we make sure that we're doing the broadcast justice when persons call in and they can hear clearly when they're presenting. Please. Drop a 9.
Yeah,
you see, the board is saying 9, 9, 9. So go forward. They're hearing you clearly.
Okay, my brother. You see, what happened is both of them have met in military uniforms. And one man can lie with the other one. Both of them is very precise of what they say.
I tell you.
Both of them. So if it's saying that Bash ran, they can't say Muhammad ran. So, this thing is deeper than deep. And that is what Glenn Lyle claiming all the time, that we get income, where everybody can we are minerals and giving me bread and thumbs and everything, so you see.
And it's full time that persons wake up and keep dying the focus, because you could clearly see there's no intentions to change nothing in no direction without persons demanding difference, without people demanding a change. They had no intentions of dealing with nothing different. Look at all these things that was exposed right here. It's unbelievable if you think about it. It's crazy. Nobody would think that these things were going on.
You don't want to be there, be there. If you can be left there, yes, there is no land. If you want to go on, be there. You must there in there.
I tell
this election, bro, is bigger than all of them. They don't want to come out because of run, everything they're doing, bro. A lot of run they're doing. You see all of them push with Jacobs and all of them is a part of this, bro. You understand?
Yep.
It's a big thing going on, bro. And the country, Adriana, like down water should come up, bro. You hear? Some people ain't seen it, but they're gonna wake up one good day and smell the car, people. One love, brother.
One love, King. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
See, people are calling in and voicing their opinion about what's going on. It's a big, big thing, this election right here. You can't play around. You cannot play around, right? Audrey, Mike, Courtney, Mark, Cheryl, James, everybody that's in the live right now, big up yourself and thanks for being a part of the presentation. This is Wisdom Wednesdays right here on Delta 9 Media. Yeah, thumbs up the live yet, buddy? Thumbs up the live. Almost 1,000 persons in the live right now. Take a couple seconds now, man. Thumbs up the live. Let everybody in the diaspora and everybody around the world be able to see this Wisdom Wednesdays episode pop up in their timeline, right? Big up yourself. And if you haven't subscribed yet, we just hit 27K and we on the road to 100K. So make sure that you subscribe and join the team from early. And a special thank you to all of those who would have subscribed already. I appreciate you. Welcome to Team Delta. We got so much things that we want to share with you on this channel. Trust me.
Read the apology. Because the thing jokey bad. Let me see if I can find the apology. Bear with me.
Ian is saying the president don't like his mother to involve her in corruption. If a if a credible information, if a credible investigation is done, it is likely she would go to jail. It's alleged. I telling you.
You can log in back. Log in back.
I telling you. But guess what? Melly Mel is back on the call. So we're about to hear some more from Melly Mel. Thanks for
Let me
being
see
a
how quick
part of the live, everybody that's
all right,
tuned
go
in
ahead,
right
Melly.
now.
Wrap up. I think they can hear you. Yes, go ahead. So Melly is back on the phone. And she wants to wrap up, conclude her comments. Go ahead, Melly, they can hear you.
Sorry about that. My other phone died. I literally have 4 phones, Rickford. So yeah, as I was saying, so in the leading up to the elections, I have so many things to talk about and so many things to enlighten Guyanese on. Rickford, I honestly believe that these people are putting all the mechanism in place to rig this upcoming elections. I don't know. We know for sure Claudette Singh is compromised, as you can hear from that interview alone today. In 2020, they had like their people. Jacob is supposed to be an independent body.
Correct.
They had their people driving her around and protecting her and all these things. So Claudette Singh is definitely in debt to this government, and she is definitely compromised. She is very, very much compromised. How are we? And I don't know how the oppositions and these small parties are allowing this to happen, but how are we heading into an election with a compromised body that is all for the PPP? They are literally putting every single thing. And I just received a complaint from people who have.
Yep, very compromised, because let me not forget that we heard as well, right, that allegedly, the very person that was in that leaked interview was allowing the person that's supposed to be guaranteeing Guyana's free and fair election through DCOM, right? He was the person that was protecting she, and she was moving around in the bulletproof vehicle. So if he involved in the level of corruption and she is moving around in the vehicle, birds of a feather, flock together. So there's a stiff level of corruption already going on in GCOM without we even understanding the implications and the intricacies of this corruption. We know some level of corruption, right, Faye? Some level of corruption, Faye. Some level of corruption got to be a part of what's going on right here with GCOM. Because how come 2 people named that call him? Because he said that he didn't even get the call directly from Claudette. Allegedly, he get the call from Tamish for look out for Claudette. Right? So, what's going on with Claudette? Allegedly. I'm telling you, boy. Azam, big up yourself. Thanks for being a part of the live, Azam. Thanks for tuning in. Melly, Nandlall said, this is what Ian saying right there. Melly, Nandlall said if they had to rig this election to win, they would do it. I tell you. It seems like it's a rigging about to take place, because what's really going on with GCOM? What's going on with the voters list? They had a conversation going on about ensuring this biometrics. We could see that there's something only we know by now because it's too close. But what is being really put in place to ensure there is no rigging? Because as we could see right now, Azam, as we can see right now, Cheryl, the way that things are looking, persons are waking up. Lovita, persons are waking up. I don't trust Mr. Muhammad. What's Lovita saying right there? Let's read this comment into the record. I don't trust Mr. Muhammad. I don't know why. A lot of black people following him. Where was he in 2020? He is a PPP. The last election, he and his family put millions for the PPP campaign. Loretto, big up yourself and thanks for being a part of this Wisdom Wednesdays. You hear the wisdom in that comment? You hear the wisdom in that comment? Right? That is the wisdom that's coming straight from insightful, right thinking Guyanese who understand that you got to give people time and analyze what's going on. We taking no chances with this, one of the wealthiest countries in the world. Listen, y'all think is no Guyana rich? I can put up a video where you're going to hear the Attorney General telling you from his own understanding the history of Guyana, right? From since back in the colonial days, we were considered the Queen's richest colony. Now you tell me, if we got the biggest landmass when compared to most places that were colonies to the Crown, right? In the Caribbean, we got some of the biggest landmass. And if we are one of the wealthiest colonies, what kind of work we foreparents had to put out, buddy? What kind of work and pressure they had we foreparents under to where they were able to make one of the largest tropical land masses, the most lucrative colony. You could understand the amount of pressure and oppression we foreparents them don't go through for people come and doing the same thing to we now. No, it can't go down like that. We cannot allow this to continue. Not at all. In just less than 21 days, buddy, less than 21 days, we get the opportunity to make this right. We gotta make it right.
Worked elections for years, for like 20 and 10 years, that has worked 2 and 3 elections, that are knowledgeable about these elections and stuff, these polling agents and these people that they've been training. And
you see what Marcel is saying? Mr. Muhammad was right there helping Guyanese people. You see what Marcel Jacob is saying? Mr. Muhammad was right there helping Guyanese people. What are your views about that, Team Delta? What are your views? He was right there helping Guyanese people when he was a part. Well, technically he was helping Guyanese people. That's a very true statement if you think about it. Because you got to be Guyanese to contest the elections for the presidential candidacy. And the only thing that is happening at that point is that he was supporting persons that were right now in power as the leading party. He was supporting them since back then. That's clearly, and it's true you're saying, real thing. He was there helping people, but who was he really helping? He was there helping Guyanese. It's a true statement. A true statement, Marcel. But who are these Guyanese that he was helping? Because they got some Guyanese that right now talking about no stone unturned. They got some Guyanese that right now talking about natural grounding. They got some Guyanese that only care about certain things when it affects them and persons close to them. Those are the people, the Guyanese that he was supporting. This is what I believe. Because there's history showing that back then he was even providing bulletproof vehicle for them to roll around with.
Right around the same time.
Right? I telling you, look here, Melly Mel got to say.
All kind of thing. These people are not putting the experienced people. They're not. GCOM is not hiring the experienced people.
Marcel is saying all the race. Well, of course, because this is not a race thing, you know, Marcel. This is not a race thing at all. Don't ever think that is a race thing with us. It's not a racial thing at all. Because it's about right. It's about equality. It's about the fact that you got to make sure that you know who is these people and what part they're really playing. Because it could be some underhanded thing. Look what happened with Charandas. Look what happened with Charandas. If there wasn't a Charandas, who knows what Guyana, what the situation would be in Guyana right now if he didn't come and corrupt whoever was going on in that governance at that time.
And there's so many more Africans that left. Who's to know that they were on Charandas?
Now, Team Delta, if you could hear the co-host clearly, if you can hear the co-pilot clearly, let me get a 9. Get a 9 if you can hear the co-pilot clearly. If not, we're going to have to go to a different miking setup. But for right now, let's listen to some more Melly Mel.
Are hiring their people, the PPP people. I said, they have a plan. They are putting everything in place to rig these elections. So these small parties, the opposition, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what's going to happen. But Rickford, something needs to be done, because mechanisms are being put in place to rig this upcoming elections. These people cannot afford to lose an election. They don't want to lose their spending power. They don't want to lose their power. And as you can see, they are literally in desperation mood.
They are. Well, they're afraid to lose the election because they figure they'll go to jail.
Well, I would hope some of them would end up in jail. I hope that should the government change, we don't have a repeat of 2015.
When they
where nobody was held accountable and everybody was just allowed a free rein for murders upon murders and crimes upon crimes that they've committed. I'm really hoping that 2015 doesn't repeat itself.
I don't think they can get away with that. I don't think they can get away with another 2015 situation. Too much, too often, and I think that's not going to be the situation again. Come together and get the PPP out. That's what Mark is saying. I'm telling you, it's a must. It's a must. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. Because you can't take no more. What's after this? What's next? What's next thing? And you wake up and hear there was just a brand new concession into the sea, and Venezuela now owns this part and that part and that part, and it was just signed off by this one and that one. This is what you are waiting for. This is the only thing left for to do. Because what else is next? Y'all in here in this same interview that the level of smuggling was so crazy that it almost collapsed the bank. The level of smuggling was so crazy that it almost collapsed the bank. What's next? Millions and millions of US for a deal, but no US for you to deal with in the street, causing crazy inflation in the country, right? But they got millions and millions of US put away, making the US them short in the country, allegedly.
Small money.
Right? So now you frustrated as a small man, why they doing a set of underhanded deal? And who are you to say anything? Who are you to do anything? Them are to roll and do different things to you. You might end up like Joshua David, rising power and condolences to his family and his loved ones. I tell you, this situation is going from bad to worse.
Yes, because up to today, Mary Mel is getting stressed because of this leaked interview that she didn't even have.
As it relates to holding the PPP accountable for their crimes.
And one of the things that Guyanese don't realize is that the voters list is as large as the population.
Exactly, the voters list is also bloated, very much bloated.
Well, I assume that the opposition parties know what they're doing. And
I would hope. I mean, Aubrey is a veteran. Aubrey's not my favorite person, and over the years we've had our disagreement on many things. But what I do know is that he is a grassroots politician. He has been in politics for years. For how many years? More than, I think, about 30 something or 40 years. So he knows all the tricks as it relates to voting on election day and rigging elections and stuff. But while I know that he is knowledgeable in that particular field, I don't know how.
Big up yourself, Selwyn, and big up the whole of New Jersey.
We are going up against a regime that have unlimited resources, Rickford. These people have money upon money upon money to spend. So we don't know who you can trust to watch a ballot box. We don't know who is going to take 10 million or 5 million to allow them to stuff these ballot boxes. So all of that, I'm hoping that they're taken into considerations, because Not everybody's going to be honest. Not everybody. There are people that are going to take that money and do what they need to do.
No amount of money or power can overwhelm the power of the people. And I think we will have to rely on the.
Yeah, we born just there right there. Let me read what Joseph was saying. We want back all we money, right? That the corrupt government stole from us, the Guyanese people. And we want to see them face the consequences in the next administration. Y'all hear what Joseph saying right there? Plus, Mr. Burke is pointing out that the power is in the hands of the people to demand that this level of corruption does not see another term. I'm telling you, I am telling you, the power is in the hand of the people. What will be the decision? We got to stay the focus on these things.
I'm really hoping, Rickford, for anybody that is listening and anybody that they've already approached about helping them to rig this election, I hope that they're thinking about the future of their children and their children. And, I hope they look around at the suffering that many Guyanese are facing and the challenges and all these ills that the people in Guyana are facing, and I hope that they have a change of heart and they just decide to do the right thing. I'm pleading with you. I'm pleading with people to also go out and vote. Go out and vote. Go out and vote. Rickford Burke, I've been saying it. Melly Mel I don't think I have another 5 years of fight to dedicate. I don't have a 5 years of drive or fight. I've been doing this for like 10 years.
Mark is ready for them again. Kurenza is saying, pick up yourself, Kurenza. Thanks for being a part of the life. Guyanese people need to stop taking money from the PPP and start voting for the right of the country. Y'all hear that? Kurenza is saying, stop taking pay and vote the right way. Insightful comment. Thanks for being a part of the live. Miss Perry, right? Ian Williams is saying, I think the opposition should be doing more on the plan of rigging this election. I hope Mr. Norton is on the ball, making sure that this rigging is not taking place. Big up yourself, Ian. I definitely know that a lot of persons is hoping that the rigging was planning for take place, because there's some kind of rigging they got planning.
And can you imagine the last elections with the cases still going on?
And they didn't even take a chance to learn. They said they didn't analyze anything from the last elections to improve on the system after they were alleging rigging. So, yeah, there's no improvements on the system, which is sad. Look. I telling you, the better don't dep under, because it's chump change they can take in. All you them man say, 50 million is a small thing. 50 million is a small thing, right? So don't sell yourself cheap. Understand the amount of wealth that is flowing through the country. Understand the amount of wealth that persons would have access to if the right governance was in place. Understand the amount of development. We supposed to go flying here and flying there to try to enjoy certain infrastructural developments when we got all of this land, when we got all of these resources and wealth in Guyana. Guyana is supposed to got all kind of thing, everything that you could see anywhere else in the Caribbean, Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, these places that would be more developed in 10 years. All of that could be right in Guyana, and there's supposed to be way more development in that 5 years. But we could see the amount of rigging that was going on. So all of that don't happen. All of that can't happen. Pick up yourself, Siobhan. She's saying if the Guyanese people want to suffer and punish for the next 5 years under the PPP regime, they're doomed. So come September 1st, my Guyanese brothers and sisters, vote the PPP out. Enough is enough of the PPP, right? That is what Shavoni has to say about that. Carlyle is saying the house slaves are submitting themselves to the Pharaoh, not considering their own relatives and neighbors' future. I telling you, Carlyle, hey, it's a serious thing, yeah? A serious thing. And Melinda is saying Guyana is really beautiful. You see, people don't understand. I don't think people really and truly understand just how beautiful of a nation we have. Beautiful country. And the good thing about it is even past 2030, when everybody can crying out about oil prices, when everybody can crying out about the 2030 initiative and how they gotta drop back on the fossil fuel and this, that, and the third, guess who's still gonna be making Dora money? Guyana for carbon credits. The book is on the community page. The book is on the community page. You could scan the barcode, download the books them in the folder for free. Download the book and check it out for yourself, or just research carbon credits. You can see we already got deals going on with Apple and all of them thing, buddy. There's money in the country. It's a beautiful place to live, and that's why we gotta pay attention to what's going on in the elections. We can't play no games with this. We cannot play no games with this.
I'm tired. Please go to the vote so that, at least we have a government that at least, is willing to hear the people, look out for the people, and do what's right by the Guyanese citizen. Please go out and vote.
Melly, finally, before you conclude, what you make of the late development tonight where the Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a statement saying that the Venezuelan ambassador has confirmed that Adriana Mohammed went to the embassy and applied for a visa, and Adriana Mohammed has issued a statement saying that he's never been to the embassy, he doesn't have a visa. And bear in mind, this is a government that is so dishonest. They wrote the United States government saying, I went to Guyana and committed crimes, when I haven't been to Guyana in like 30 years.
Listen. Right now, they see Azadin Mohammed as their biggest threat. He is literally, say what you like. Yes, he's sanctioned. They have been sanctioned by OFAC, the US government. They have their thing going on as it relates to the sanction. But Azadin Mohammed is the people biggest threat. They are scared. They will say what they need to say and they will do what they need to do. So
imagine you touch GT 20 something years, you end up with a charge. I tell you, hey, small amount of money too. Hey, what kind of, the level of corruption is just beyond, and then they try to gaslight you into believing that this is normal. You already gaslight that was coming in just now. Everything is blamed on the person that exposed the interview. They ain't talking about what was exposed in the interview, the level of corruption, apologizing for the fact that they are embarrassing Guyanese on an international level. They ain't talking about that. They ain't talking about the level of corruption that is going to stymie the progress of the country. They ain't talking about that. But let me talk about the fact that somebody exposed the interview to the public. Let me talk about the fact that happened. Nothing else.
Discredit them to, turn away voters from voting for win. So what I
You see Newt Panu saying, Ian Williams, I hate Jagdo and the PPP with every essence of my being. Justice for Adriana Young. I'm telling you, justice for Adriana Young is a must. And the thing is this, the people them that are part of the ruling party right now, they were the first ones on the scene. They were the ones on the phone making the calls and saying, yeah, go home and we got this, right? And up to now, no FBI. Up to now, only McCushion. Up to now, no real investigation. I wonder if they really had a good interview with Miss Laura. I wonder if they finally got the correct correct, not no make up foolishness, the correct statement from the father, Mr. Sabrian. I wonder if they got it. I wonder if they understand the amount of anguish and the amount of trauma that they cause into the family. I wonder if they realize that there's people all over the world that is paying attention and is not going to stop until there's justice in this case. The Purple Army is marching out. This is Wisdom Wednesdays, you know. And as long as you see Delta 9 Media on this internet having a conversation with you live, we are about justice. And especially in this case right now that is hot, and we got to keep the foot to the flame on it. Because when this case crack, at least 3 or 4 other cases is going to crack just like that. And it's things that just recently happened in Guyana, right? And a number of other things that needs to be investigated, I'm very sure will start getting the necessary attention because persons are going to realize how important justice is. Because if you don't get it, things like this will continue.
But let's beyond that.
I think it's played out. I think the Guyanese government don't trust them. They have lied so much to the. I don't think anything they say right now is credible.
But that's the point. How can foreign governments deal with this government that's so dishonest?
I don't know, Rick Ford. I think we've been begging the ABC countries and international community to intervene for years. I don't know if they will.
T. Shivani saying, come September 1st, make sure you remember Adriana. I see the Purple Army dropping their hearts in the comment section. Definitely, I gotta make sure I drop my purple heart in the comment section, standing in solidarity, as I always do, as Delta 9 Media will always do, all the way to justice, all the way. And Melly Mel, Mr. Bork, people pointing out the importance of the elections. Very, very important that we keep highlighting and staying updated with all of this information. So I'm going to ask you right now, ladies and gentlemen, are you subscribed? Are you a part of Team Delta? You're waiting for buddy. It don't cost you nothing. Just make sure you hit that subscription button so that you're going to know every time this flight takes off. You don't want to miss check-in time and miss the flight. Guess what? Let's hear more of what Mr. Burke and Melly Mel got to say.
They'll actually do or say something, because what I think is happening right now is that the ABC countries and the international community is afraid of doing too much because they don't want it to seem as though they're interfering in sovereign country elections. And that is why I'm hearing through that the sanction list was held up, because they feel as though putting out the sanction list right now, it would make it look as though they're trying to interfere politically. They're trying to interfere in the election. So that is why that sanction list was held up.
I actually think it's the opposite. It's going to provide Guyanese an insight into the people that are asking them to vote for them.
Well, I hope so, and I hope that the Venezuelan embassy puts out a statement, or if the PP is saying that they have proof that Azzedine Mohammed and his father scheduled an interview or apply for a Venezuelan visa, then if they're accusing him of actually, because I think where they're trying to,
the man trying to line up so clean. Line up Mr. Mohammed. I hope you're paying attention to what's going on, because there's a line going on. What's next? They hear you get a visa, they hear you applying for a visa for a nation that is now going against we trying to take over the land, plus you running for president. That seems almost allegedly like something treasonous. Hail up.
My brother. Now, there's a lot of technology going on in Guyana.
Yeah.
People releasing the card and people releasing this, releasing that.
Yeah.
Now, if the father and the son went to the embassy, they have video footage, bro. Why they don't release that? So then we see that they're lying.
This is why I want to know. Nobody in their picture.
They don't have anything, bro.
Nobody in their
anything.
Nobody in their picture. Nobody in their video. Nobody in get no type of surveillance footage from a camera. Nothing. Seems kind of
Exactly.
suspicious. Seems like they're
Bro,
trying to line me
another
up.
thing. Another thing. How come Venezuela rejoin back the claim? They rejoin back the CCJ. How come they rejoin them back? Because PPP offer them something, bro. Because if you're going on a lot of gold smuggling, it's getting big. Maduro getting paid, bro. You understand, bro? Maduro getting paid. Yo, the FBI have to step in, my brother.
Yeah.
If the FBI don't step in, things gone out hard in Guyana, bro. This is too much for Guyana.
Things gotta get kept.
I need gonna punish,
Things gotta
bro.
get put
I
in
need
place
to
for real.
punish. Yes, bro. This election, like what Bill say and Board say, it's too big for them to lose, bro. Because a lot of stuff you work out, cover about it. Why grade you couldn't get implicated in all these things, bro? Why grade the government couldn't get implicated in all these things, bro? Every time the CPP go over Guyana, cocaine fasting, trending more though. All the corruption, bro. You check up it since 1992 to now, bro. You check up it.
It's a serious situation.
One love, my brother.
One love, King. It's a serious situation when you analyze it for real. Every time that they go in, the level of corruption does run up, right? And
has a powerful point. Nandlall did not use any footage from W.
exactly. The only thing he released from Double is a set of lies about what's going on. A set of lies about what's going on. And then he trying to convince me that McCushion, it make no difference if he's active or not active. Could you believe that? I telling you.
With this.
They're trying to accuse him of treason. That's what that's where this is going.
Exactly. So if they're going with this, accusing him of treason or accusing him of working with the Maduro regime, then I think that they should produce this evidence.
Well,
you really want us to believe you, at least because we don't believe anything that's coming out of the PP camp at this point. Right. Nobody believes anything. It's like Sheriff trying to convince people that he was playing around with me, and I said I had evidence to make Mohammed.
The whole sheriff thing is comical and think about it. Hey, it's just embarrassing. You know what Shavoni is saying? Guyanese, when you go also to the poll September 1st, remember Orin Bascom, Quindon Bacchus, the Henry Boys, Harry Singh, right? The guy from Linden, Keon Fajani, right? Rondell, Ronaldo, even though they're claiming that they charge people in these two cases, a charge is not a conviction, right? 1,400 Guyanese that was on a live. That is so much persons got to make sure that they remember. You got to remember. Don't let a gas light you and tell you about this and look over there. The blue. Everybody's doing it. No. Red and blue was the same. Just a few mornings ago. It's real. Like you can go back in your timeline and you can still see what's going on right there. So we got to give them some time for us to really analyze how and if they're really serious about governing in a fair manner. Listen to the corruption that they were a part of knowingly.
Go to jail about the paper sharks and all of these things, and he's been posting all these things. And Rickford Burke, I am not even defending what he's posting because I have spent years building a platform based on credibility, based on telling the truth. The same Melly Mel is the truth. So I don't even need to defend that. Because people know if I come out here with something and I say something, is that I know for a fact it's the truth. I have evidence to back up what I'm saying. So I suggest the people start doing that, and maybe, just maybe, the Guyanese public will start believing whatever Kool-Aid it is they're trying to sell.
Good afternoon once again, my brothers and sisters. I saw the video.
People are talking about it. Regular people in the street is exposing just the way that they feel about this situation that's going on. This is what our brother has to say about that.
It was sent to me by a few people, you know, me the interview with Travis Chase and the young man, more or less, in its entirety. Right? And let me put it, because of how I just be something so busy, it's not everything I...
International chef is saying they are cooking up a batch set of evidence. They better be careful. They fall on their face like that politician. God is playing rough. I hope they know. I'm telling you. I hope they know. I hope they know, international chef.
And a lot of things just get sent to my phone. Right? And more or less, I guess, it's sent to my phone because people want to see or hear how I would bring it over. Because let me tell you, I could be pretty blunt at times. Pretty blunt at a lot of times. Right? But I also made a promise to my wife that I'm not gonna speak on the video, but I'm gonna speak in general, right? Just because of the promise to my wife, I'm not gonna get into that video in its entirety and tear them apart, right? But I'm gonna speak in general. I'm gonna try not to well, in this one I'm not gonna use no foul language, literally, right? But let me say this here, man. We got people right now in this country, whether they're Indo-Guyanese, the Afro-Guyanese, or indigenous people, right? That literally cannot find a meal for put on the table this afternoon as sharing going home,
Real
plane for the change get something to eat. We got people right now hot in the head where they can get the next red money for get a landlord.
Janice is saying the EU countries. Let me pull that back up. The Guyanese people have to open their eyes. The EU countries' only interest is Exxon. Remember, these countries strive on chaos and they preferred the PPP. If not the PPP, they would go for the win. I'm telling you, they like chaos because with chaos, they get to do all types of things to their advantage. Nobody paying attention. Right? That's why we got to stay updated with what's going on in our country as right thinking, patriotic Guyanese. We can't play no games, buddy. If we play games, then over and over again, these things are going to continue to go on.
Right? So that I don't be evicted out of that place. We got people right now currently as I'm speaking to you guys, right? Studying when they get a light bill money for pay to GPL so the light don't cut off. Right? We got people drinking the nasty and the brown water that coming through the pipe, champ, that nobody should drink. Nobody. Because guess why? They don't have the money, the finance to get go to banks or one of these places or the water truck around just to get a little necessity of water that they want for drink. Good water for the system. And all this money you hear circulating in this small round circle, so. And the names. And the names.
And they cut certain people off from certain contracts. Certain people won't even see certain opportunities, right? And all of this corruption that's going on right now. Leave it here, right? What the Attorney General is saying that persons should do with this level of corruption. Leave it here directly from the Attorney General on his views on how the electorate should be treating idle persons in the political spectrum right now.
That I'm speaking about. And that is why I said last night in Enterprise that this level of deceit and dotishness must be removed from our political landscape. We are a better people than this. We deserve better than this on an election campaign. And I'm inviting voters to punish political leaders who descend to this level of dotishness.
Y'all hear it there? From your descent to certain level of dotishness, the Attorney General is saying you should not be in a position of power. So, them words is not for them as well, somebody. These words is not for these sources as well. Welcome to the live. You're on Delta 9 Media Live. Welcome to the live.
Delta 9 is on to again. I just want to remind something.
Yeah.
That minister, only minister thought bring out that Muhammad went there. Only minister thought.
Yeah.
And that's why me tell you the house slave.
Yeah.
The house slave. That Jatas or the other culprit cannot talk about Muhammad going the embassy or the embassy. He only said he invite the ambassador to go and say Muhammad. He only because Muhammad a target PPP and Muhammad PPP fighting Barack, fighting that nightmare when you hear about only Muhammad. Then I get no track record when they get meeting any track. All the track records, Muhammad depend Barack back in the night in Fanalia Wata whole yard. You dream Muhammad. He wasn't in a Muhammad. So when Muhammad done with them, they can't rest because remember in 2020, PPP only had 233,000 votes. PNC had 217 votes. PPP not going to get the 233 now because Muhammad are right up at 233 when they had. I write them. That's why they get nightmare. Then I get chance. I'm going to get the lady who Randabab, if you take out the clothes, he don't get refugee in America. If you need to be close, America deport him. America deport Randabab. I just see his body. I just see Randabab, his body, then deport him.
This is this guy. Pick up yourself because I'm for calling it. Yo. I tell you, well, y'all here we're going all right. Y'all here for yourself, Team Delta. Let me hear some more from the Attorney General. This is what he's saying, right? About how persons should treat politicians that is acting idly right now in the political spectrum.
Or who would like to insult their intelligence to such an extent, or who has such a massive disregard for the intellect of you, the voter. All over.
So if they're playing like they're treating you like it's true, if they stymie your progress in your community, then coming forward with no real projects that's really going to improve your area in a real way, then listen, the Attorney General is saying don't deal with them. Vote them out. Put them in a situation where they can contemplate. Hearing clearly, can these same things be connected to the very person and the very party that's speaking right here?
Whichever variable you choose. I would like to see that in come 1st of September 2025, our electorate teach politicians a lesson so that next elections and just after this election, we will have issues, constructive engagements, issues being canvassed in electoral campaigns, developmental plans being debated, job creation being issues, poverty reduction. That is what I want to hear. Campaign based upon those principles, not this hogwash that you are being bombarded with.
You see, what Newt Pan was pointing out, Nutpanu is saying, listen, Nandlall is speaking about the entire PPP. It's crazy. I wonder if he really analyzing. We really trying to tell people. Really analyzing, we trying to tell people when things like this going on. They got things like this going on right now. When we hear things like this going on, we got to analyze what Mr. Nandlall is saying from a different perspective.
Sorry.
No,
I
take blame for this one.
I just say
But you
because
know,
but listen, even to things where you tell me, I just try for like
look,
wait and then
nobody knows me and you, right? As stock or friends, except well, probably Jack Deal because the one time
oh
I did
God,
fighting.
but listen, shoot, but how you gonna tell
No,
Jack give me his friend when I said saying
no,
when
no,
I said
no. I tell you straight up, he can't do nothing. If me and you is friend, me and you is friend. You
no,
understand?
but listen,
But
but remember
he
soon.
still talk every day.
Yes, but listen to me. Remember, I said
Uh,
posting on the. Remember, you tell me how the man is sending the most propaganda to the guy that did news. Remember, I said posting and
correct.
said he just said
But
if the man
listen.
not gonna pick up and says the man not gonna do
No, but he don't care about them thing. He know how I stay. I made my position to them clear. You understand? I told them I have a couple friends in the AFC and I have a couple friends in the nobody knows me and Aubrey are right, you know. You understand? Right? And me and May are right and so on. A lot of people don't know these things. You understand? Right? Look at Obraj Narain and so far, me and he are pretty.
This man dropping a set of names, man. He this person alright. He this person is pulling. He this person is body friend. Hey, this what really going on here, man. I telling you.
Keep his name out of any part of your corruption.
You listen, man. We hear this again, man. This situation is very sticky, and he's calling and implicating a lot of people into the folly.
The same person that's in the PNC.
I telling you, I don't know how true is these statements, but look, he could just be making up all of these things just to build conversation with Melly Mel. But he didn't realize that he was being outsmarted. Wisdom Wednesdays, right here on Delta 9 Media. Thanks for being a part of the live presentation. Big up yourself, Team Delta. Every single person in the live right now. Every single person that's watching us live right now. Y'all know what they say, sir. What's going on here, man? This is not the same thing what the AG was talking about recently. This is not what the AG was talking about right here. Hold on, I get the volume.
I gotta put it through the back door. Set up. Wicked. Nasty and vile. And then there's the back thing now. The back thing now is, even though I sign in and saying I ain't gonna leak, I ain't gonna this and that, I gotta put it through the back door. I gotta get it through the back door. Wicked, nasty and vile. But here's the setup fall flat. You go too far with your lies. You went too far. And now it's just a damn squid. Damn squib. Damn cold like dog nose. You don't realize your mistake, you apologize. Damn squib. Damn. So they fall flat. They take this as the bombshell for bring down the government. Wicked and nasty and vile. Have to stick in a name. Got a name drop, you know, in rap. When you rap in, to give the credibility is name drop.
So they got a name drop, set up. Poor man, you know, he getting set up. You see the report open up. The biggest if you open up calling, call him number 1 and number 2 name. That's a make sure to get people attention. Nasty, vile, wicked, and everything everything they throw in. They throw.
Hold on, man.
James, you?
It's what we listening to, some man. It's what. Where is Dr. Hines when we need him? Where is Dr. Hines when we need him to address these type of situations right here, man? Dr. Hines was warning us, you know. Dr. Hines was warning us about what's going on right here on the screen. Dr. Hines said, listen, there's certain people that's going on with certain kinds of behavior. You gotta find that piece of Dr. Hines. Dr. Hines was warning me about this. Uncle, what's going on?
That jackass that's on your screen, buddy. That is a jackass.
I tell you. You see Uncle calling for point out what's going on? I am telling you. See people calling it out. People calling it out. Do you hear some more going on?
Dump squib. It ain't going off. They try with Minister Rodriguez. Dump squib. It ain't going off. Chief, let me tell you, if you can analyze the playbook so far, you know, you're like when I said stupid, then you're super smart. Then let me use super smart. If you can't see the playbook that the opposition is using, opposition element, this nasty and vile one, this is the playbook. They have nothing else to do. They can't criticize the government on plans and the programs and the policies. So they're coming malicious, slanderous, wicked, nasty and vile. They can't attack on no other front. They can't say, oh shucks, boy, this program ain't working, this policy ain't working. Y'all doing this wrong, y'all doing the wrong, we could do this better. No. They're coming attacking. Attack Minister Rodriguez.
Level of corruption. Greetings, Uncle.
Hey, Uncle, what's happening?
What's going on? Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Yeah, I just tried to tap in. You could see me there, right?
See you. I can hear you.
You can see me.
No.
So you know, Uncle, I tapped into the thing 2 days ago, 3 days ago, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to Melly Mel.
Yeah.
So I go through him because I don't normally do these things, right?
Yeah.
So now I tap in, and the man tell me, the Rastaman kind of guy, what's the name? I don't know what was the name. So I said, look, I need to discuss something to you. I need to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say these things on the phone. So I tell the man, I said, I related to Irfan Ali. The man said, why you want to say that? I just related to Irfan Ali. Me and him got no connection. So, you know what I mean? I just related to him through some, long thing, right? But I related to him through connection, right?
Yeah.
I live in Canada for 36 years. I cannot do with Guyana. But I love to an extent what's going on with the programs, all the information that's popping up. You know what I mean? I disagree with PPP since they get into power, right? I get problem with my own people because of them. I say, look, I even had some thing I text to Irfan Ali. I said, man, you're a Muslim, blah, blah, blah. And you taking, if you follow these people, Jagmeal and stuff, I say, you taking your whole family to hellfire. You know what I mean? I say, you got to do your thing, dude. Pull up your socks and thing. But this was, I texted in an email. you know when Adriana thing come about, right?
Yeah.
I send and comments on couple people platform, right? You know what I said? I said breaking news. I said the grandmother should be thoroughly investigated under lie detector. Because when I look at what happened and all the observation, I'm a 65-year-old man, I'm not a 20-year-old. I left Guyana 36 years ago. And I had planned in those times that I will never return to Guyana. But at this point, I would like to return, but I wait until election because according to what I understand, with my kind of insights, my kind of knowledge, I don't see nobody can put the PPP out of government. Azarudin, the APNU, the PNC, I don't see with how the world politics go when the power, according to the power struggle, the wealth that Guyana got, and all these things were carrying on since 2000, since these people take over power. How they get there, why they get there, who tie up hands, who do what. Brother, I don't see nobody is going to win this election, but it's going to hurt me to the bottom of my soul, not the bottom of my heart, to my entire soul, if these people still stay in government. I told this guy, you guys are fighting, right?
Yeah.
It's good, you got to fight. But the real thing what they're now fighting for is to back Nandlall and come out from the road and shut down the country. That's the first thing you need to do. You know there's something called first thing first? Okay, but these political party and what they promise you, some people are doing good, you know what I mean? But the first thing you got to do first or else nothing is going to follow. You build the first foundation and you climb in the step. But the whole issue is when Nandlall is telling the people, come out, sacrifice a day. Nobody, the PNC and APN, you see, like Abby Norton, that man has got a lot of power to stop a lot of shit from the beginning. And that man did them out, use all of them in the cabal, doing their own thing, right? It's in this scenario, bro, you don't know who to trust, your own brother, your own mother. All you got to do is deal with the truth and the right, as Rastaman says.
Real thing.
You hear me?
Real thing.
You deal here. I tell this guy, the Rastaman guy there, the man saying gonna call me back after the program. He never called me back. Never called me back. But he don't know what I need to say to him. Because I tell you, I related to Irfan Ali, which is true. I don't know Irfan Ali. When I left Guyana, that 36 years ago, Irfan Ali was a little boy. I don't know him. I don't know his parents. But my connection is connected to them by blood. Right?
Yeah.
But the thing, like, it's back him off because I say I relate to Irfan Ali. With all the gimmicks that they're doing, I don't like these people because I stand for truth and right. What I like for me, I like for everybody.
Makes sense.
I grew up as Rastaman. I'm 65 years old now, right? I still smoke weed. Okay? So, regardless where I come from and what I achieve, or what I still need to achieve is not gold and mineral. I want to achieve, when my funeral time comes, what's the next dimension? That's what we got for this part. Nothing else. Jaja protection, you know what I mean? Here's a lot of Jara Rastafari group.
Powerful point.
I grew up as Rastaman. I know Rastaman lifestyle. I used to eat Italian calabash in my young days.
Yeah.
In them days, I listened to Morning Spear, Peter Tosh.
Yeah, say no the track. So they want you to think stupid. So they want us to be stupid. That's what they want us to be. I'm telling you. Morning Spear. Hey.
On your program, you know what you need to do? To get more subscribers, you gotta play one high-end music.
Yeah, but I gotta do that on TikTok because on YouTube, there's gonna get copyright infringements. I could do it, but I could do it on TikTok. So when I'm doing live on TikTok, then I could play as much music as I would like. Right now, waiting until I get to 10K subs on TikTok before I start doing lives over there. So if you're following Delta 9 Media on TikTok.
stress out. But I need to have private conversation with people because I got a lot of insight. You don't know me, right? You don't know me, but you don't know the kind of information I have, right? I've been listening. I quit Guyana since all time. And when I tap in back to Guyana is when this government come into play, right? I met Jack Dave personally over here in Canada. Video him and stuff. On them Guyana days stuff, right? But I got no relationship with him. I got the relationship with people that know him, but he knocked them out, right? People how he used to sleep at, I know, right? But there are hypocrites. They not deliver the small puppy, you know what I mean? Whoever they know, whatever they know, well, all they running around with Azaro didn't protect them and this and vehicle business and all the kind of business, and look where they turn again. But you see what's really going on here? You listening?
Yeah, listening, Uncle. Everybody listening. Almost 1,000 people right now listening to you.
Nobody really know what's going on. The only two parties that know what's going on, what's going to be the outcome of this election is Donald Trump and the PPP government. Only those people know what's going to become of this election. Regardless what you say and what you do, if you don't come out on the road, everybody who... This is not a green party and a blue party. I'm not a racial guy. I got the biblical knowledge. I got Hindu knowledge. I got Muslim knowledge. I got Sikh knowledge. I got Jewish knowledge. I got all the major religions. I have knowledge of all.
That's a must.
I believe in one God. And when your time reaches, you got an answer to what you do. Okay? Nothing is hidden. Nothing is hidden. You see, all this commotion. It's good. People get their own IQ and their own perspective according to their knowledge and their intelligence, you know?
Yeah.
But at the bottom line, only two people know what's going to happen. Before come 4th September. The American government and the Guyana government that ruling right now, only them know what's going to happen.
Well, let's hope it's not a level of rigging, because we could see that that's going to cause a tremendous amount of chaos in our beautiful country.
How in the first place they end up where they end up, right? My question from the beginning is, what was the conversation that led to what's taking place from the beginning? All the oil deal, all the promises, all the whatever took place. But it's sad on my part to know when Nandlall started to expose these people, regardless of what Nandlall did, what his affairs are, what he did, with who and how and why. But this man really educates the people, okay?
Yep.
Because he deals with the people that know the system around Asia and Africa. You see the Bana Lumumbo, they call him. Alan Bana was Nandlall get the touches from, and Nandlall spread it out to make it so simple for the people.
Yeah.
Right? Let's stop what's going on. And nobody is there to back the man. If people, you see, everybody wants to get in the power because they know a lot of money is involved, right? The PHC want to go back to, the APNU want to go back to, a new party want to go back to. But are these people truthful enough to do what they're supposed to do? You know, I tell people, hey, what's development? You know what development? Make sure the people, first thing first, you got to do first thing first. Make sure the people get to eat, so they got to relax the mind, so they're not covet nothing, they're not go steal, they're not quarrel with people, they're belly full.
But there's not a situation for a lot of persons in Guyana. A lot of persons have that hurdle that they can't jump.
Here, I grew up with a guy, right? I left Guyana when I was 28 years old. I was single, right?
Yeah.
I left Guyana when I was 28 years old. I didn't talk to a friend for 30 years. Recently, I talked to him, right? He telling me, oh, I work for all these people, right? He do electrical work. He work for the Commissioner of Police. You offer this one. He said, man, you come to Guyana, you don't need nothing like a house or thing. I said, brother, I don't want to come to Guyana. At least not right now. I talked to the man. I said, X, Y, and Z. Man said, when he go vote, he put in the vote X here, X there. I said, Bana, if I was near to you, I would be the hit. It's my brother, my brethren, you know, I grew up with. Said, if I was next to you when you talking it, I would hit you so bloody hard, buddy. I don't want to swear. I said, I would have hit you so hard. You're going to put your vote there. All these criminals, all these hypocrites. Look at Irfan Ali. He's supposed to be a Muslim brother, which is one of the greatest religions ever happened to mankind. The greatest message from biblical to Islam. Islam in the Quran is the greatest message sent to all of mankind. Regardless how people torment, how they understand it, you know what I mean? But at the end of it, it's the last and final message, and it's the best way to live your life. But look what Irfan Ali did. He doesn't know anything about Islam. It's a Muslim president. And he don't know a shit about Islam. Nothing he doesn't know about Islam. If he had known anything about Islam, you see, Muhammad's father, Adriana's father, the man is somewhat of a religious man. I'm not saying they make the money right or wrong or how they make it, right? Everybody involved in the piece, regardless how decent you may be, when it comes to the money business, I can snip them under the rug. But you know what? I'm going to take it because I wouldn't allow them to take it. I will take it and distribute it to the people who need it. Right? No, I don't mind you go and become president. I don't mind you go and steal. But at least take care of your brothers and sisters. You know?
It's a serious situation.
You understand?
Yeah, definitely. It's a serious situation on the ground right now when it comes down to this whole thing with the corruption.
It's a serious situation. You know why it's a serious situation? Because who them on top, they're them on top. Who them midway, some of them or most of them didn't have nothing. And they get the privilege to hold on for a little job, whether you're a tradesman, whether you get contracts, and something you never achieve, you never expect you can get a house in your name and you get a little business. These things were nowhere near your eyesight. And now as you get it, you forget about the people that below. You now forget about the people where you are, and you walking on these people now. And the real people that, you know, according to righteousness, they're the ones that struggling, but
it seems like there's the same situation going on here. So with 007. So we're about to jump back into this presentation right here and let the people hear some more of this same situation that you're pointing out going on right here with 007.
Here's my situation right now.
Yeah.
My focus is that, you know, somebody mentioned about Scarface, about the drug lord, cocaine, the movie, and the Godfather, and X, Y, and Z. Guyana has got one of the best movies to come out yet.
I'm telling you.
Guyana movie. This movie that's going to come out, I don't know who's going to bring it out. I don't know who's going to publish it.
I think it should be a TV show. It's got to be a TV show, man. Movie too short. Movie too short to tell this story. You got to get series. This got to get this 3-4 seasons.
The movie is not short. The movie is going to have so many parts from coffee time to come down to today. The movie is going to be playing for months and years because it's going to have different parts of the movie. The world must know where Guyana started when the British decide independence and how it manipulates from then to now. The movie is a big, big movie. The corruption is major corruption that never happened before.
Where do you name of it should be?
Guyana's big history here, bro. Big time history, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you something. I wanted to come to Guyana sometime back. I know it's scared to come to Guyana. I'm scared because you know what? If I didn't leave Guyana in time, in 1989, I would have been a dead man. I won't tell you why, right? I would have been a dead man. For sure, I know I would have been killed, but I was gonna be doing stuff if I didn't have people to fly out. The things that I know about people that I would, for sure, I would have been dead. I wouldn't have survived that, but I would have been doing shit that people, even people that I know, even the people that I know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was a tough situation when I left Guyana because I was 20 years old, I was single, right? And I tell a lot of people all over, I said, I'm just lucky to jump on a plane and get out because I would have been there. Because I wasn't going to see wrong thing happen right in front of my eye, you know?
That's be the hard thing for real. That's be the thing. Because watch, now we're watching a DC so going on with 007. He seemingly is having a different sentiment to certain things, meaning that he's pointing out a lot of the situations, but he's pointing out the obvious and the blatant corruption that's going on. He's talking about everything else.
Attack from Barack, nasty and vile.
See, the blatant corruption, it's for me, right? People know it. People say it. The PNC government, the PPP government, I'll go so far. I was born up in North, right? I come to East Bank when I was 3 years old. My father and Barnum was very close friends. My father was a PNC man, right? But me didn't grow up in PNC thing. My father said, who put bread on the table? That me gonna vote for. He didn't tell us that. That was my mother told me. But I joined PYO when I was young. Two friends are saying, you're young, you don't even know what you're doing. And one day I went up meeting with them, right?
Yeah.
And I ended up vote PPP. I vote one time in there. One time. I vote PPP, right? And I didn't even know what I was doing, right? So I lived till I was 28 years old. I just out there, live under the PNC, struggle, you know what I mean? You couldn't find a job. Well, people, I got PNC people in my village that help me. I drive in government vehicles. Them parents think we will play cricket with up in the car with government vehicle because I got connection with the PNC brothers, right? So I used to enjoy it when they got them food cheered and stuff. Me and my brother, I come from a black community, right?
Yeah.
Indian man, but if you see me go play cricket with the other side, we got 2 Indians with the rest is black. We gonna play the Indians. When I go to sleep, before sleep, I see black people. When I wake up in the morning, I see black people. We don't wait to say good morning. First thing you see your neighbor, you raise your hand, bro. I live in Canada right now, right? You know what I see going on in life? I will be the highest class of animals, right? So God created, if you believe in God. But today, human beings live like goat, sheep, donkeys. They not live like human beings. Most of the people, majority of the people living in this environment today, this planet Earth, they not live like human beings. So they got the old saying, dog eat dog. It's not dog eat dog.
A real dog system. About to jump back into this presentation here with 007. Let me get back into some of these details that he's pointing out with the real dog system that's going on the ground right now in Guyana. Thanks for calling in, Uncle. Definitely make sure that you save the number. And anytime you see Delta 9 Media Live, make sure you know that you could call in and you can voice your opinion right here, live with the audience. Thanks for being a part of the presentation, all right?
Yeah, but so far I enjoy what Melly Mel do.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people definitely enjoy what Melly Mel do. Look up yourself, Uncle. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks for calling in.
Bye, Maris.
Definitely some insightful details coming in right there from a person who's saying it is a long time supporter of the PPP and they're voicing their opinions. We're about to hear right now what 007 has to say. Just a little bit more of this before we definitely land the flight right here on Wisdom Wednesdays.
Nasty, wicked, and vile, hoping something gonna stick. And nothing is sticking. Imagine this is day 1. day one of this damn squib and hold a Guyana over it. Can you see through the playbook by now? People see it. All they're gonna do is try to tarnish people's characters and people's images. They have nothing to offer. Nasty and vile, collecting millions upon millions of dollars from the people. You're telling you, of course. Millions.
Why don't the people vote?
Upon millions she collecting from people.
Welcome into the live. You're on to Delta 9 Media Live. Thanks for being part of the presentation. Hello?
Yeah. I'm listening. I didn't think I got the number right, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got it right.
Okay. I can call back. Give me 2 minutes. I can call.
All right, big up yourself. Greetings.
Tell that guy the other people and got to go on the line, man. Now I have to hear it. He fucking like stories.
This is very hard. These people who are watching this live, man. Hey, that's problems. That is problems. Are you telling me?
That she telling y'all for course and hate. If that is not the epitome of Jezebel, I don't know what is. I said to somebody, she has a Jezebel spirit. Everything she touches, she destroys. Jezebel spirit. You got a spirit of Jezebel. Just want to attack everybody. You check it out what Jezebel used to do. Everything she attacked and everything live after her. She tried to attack Elijah. Elijah lived. You already got destroyed, she and your husband. Look at the spirit of Jezebel. There's come an attack, left, right, center. And everything's still standing. Everybody she attacked is still standing. And that's the only Jezebel spirit. That everybody she is attacked is still strong and still going. Every single body. So where she attacked?
And I telling you, up to now, Team Delta, up to now, we hear 007, Mr. Bond, address nothing that's going on as far as it relates to the level of corruption that was going in that video. He didn't address none of that. None of that. Right? So he's very aware of the details that is going on in this case. And he ain't addressing none of that. All he talking about is the person that put out the information. I telling you. This is what we got for really look forward to when it comes down to leadership, gaslighting, persons that will not address the real issues of what's going on in the country. They just address the person that they don't like or the person that exposed things that they didn't want people to know at this time or ever. What's really going on in front of your face, man? Ian, pick up yourself. Everybody that's in the live right now. Father Pops, thanks for being a part of the live. Thanks for being a part of the live. He's going to jail after they lose the elections. I telling you. Hey, there's a real uproar going on in the country right now. But the corruption will continue to unfold. And the flight has landed right here on Wisdom Wednesdays. So as this information continue to unfold, how are you going to stay updated with it? You got to make sure that you subscribe, buddy. The flight has landed right here on Wisdom Wednesdays at Delta 9 Media. Make sure you get the right luggage. How you going to make sure you get the right luggage? You got to thumbs up the live before you leave. Or your luggage might never end up where it's supposed to be. You might end up getting your luggage a week later, like back in the day, with cancellation. Well, with cancellation, not cancellation. Cancellation. Remember cancellation in your life back in the day? Yeah, your luggage might end up missing and all over the place. If you like the video before you leave, the flight has landed. You can't come on the flight, like, there's your ticket, and then you jump off, and you gotta you know how you get your luggage, but how you get in this luggage. And subscribe, so you're gonna know the next check-in time. The notification gonna come straight to your phone when we checking in, because this flight is take off any time of the day, always on the frequency of 9. Different times of day, different flight. Tonight was a night flight. Next day might be a midday flight. The other day might be a morning flight. How you gonna know? You gotta subscribe. As long as you subscribe, the notification gonna come your way. Very insightful, very impactful presentation, full of information, full of all the trending topics, right? Full of all the details, updating you with everything that you need to be updated with, right here on Delta 9 Media. Thanks for being a part of this live presentation, Team Delta. Every single person that took the time out to drop a comment in the comment section, we appreciate you. From Carlisle to Father to Ian to Ian Williams, every single body, International Chef, God got MJ, New Panu, every single body, Mark, thanks for being a part of the live. Everybody that took the time out to drop them insightful details so that we could analyze it. The live is nothing without you, Team Delta. The live is nothing without the audience contributing and making sure that we keep flying at high altitude. Thanks for being part of the presentation. The flight has landed. The plane has landed right here on Wisdom Wednesdays. The Purple Army is marching out. Persons are in the comment section, definitely standing in solidarity for justice for Adriana Young. Beginning of the flight when we boarding and checking in, and when you're picking up the luggage again and the flight landed. The messaging change, it's still justice, and the Purple Army is marching out until justice is served all the way for all those involved. Big up yourself, and thanks for being a part of this live presentation. Everybody that can hear me right now, that's gonna tune in the future. Remember, the love is still real, even when you're watching it in the future. Thanks for being a part of the live. Thanks for being a part of the presentation. Do the right thing and thumbs up the video. Subscribe if you can subscribe. 27K and we headed to 100K strong. Movements we're talking about. Keeping it moving. And it's Wisdom Wednesdays. Thanks for being a part of this presentation. The flight has landed, and I'm saluting the Purple Army, Team Delta, and every single person that's going to watch in the future. Subscribe and join the team and make sure that you stay updated with everything that's trending in Guyana and in the diaspora. Thanks again for being a part of the live presentation. Carlisle, pick up yourself. Justice for Adriana. Hello, Guyanese people. SC Caribbean, big up yourself. SC Caribbean, thanks for being a part of the live. Thanks for being a part of the live. Let me run the comment section and definitely shout out a couple of persons before we take off out of here. Big up yourself, every single body. Someone giving us a call from Orlando. Welcome into the live. You're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Yeah, but we demand on the whole program. That's why Fire want demand for the program. Fire don't want to hear that demand whole program. He get a fire when he ask Fire tell him you go call him back to Fire whole program. How long he get a new program? He get nobody else can ask. You get 007 on the line and the phone.
Yeah.
And you can't talk. He talking like history. Why you talking like this? Nobody want to hear about like history. Give other people that Fire no want them and the program. Just cut the off, man. Let people see. There are other people. The program will finish. People got the whole night and listen to me. He raw material of Ghana. Who got kill him? Let them kill him and
This man. Hey, I tell you, hey. I don't know, man. We want to hear nobody on the live, and we definitely appreciate every person that call in. Sometimes the calls might go a little bit longer, but definitely look, from now on, what we're going to try to do is keep the calls within a certain bracket so that everyone could stay entertained as well as the persons that are watching this in the future. Thanks for tuning in. Every single person that tuned in, every person that called in, big up yourself, and thanks for being a part of this live presentation, buddy. It's really been a fun 3 hours that we've been rocking out here with you on Delta 9 Media. Thank you for taking some time out from your busy schedule and spending some time with us right here. Big up yourself and make sure you subscribe so that you will know the next time this flight is taking off. Yep.